don't want to fix it alone? Call RVFix to get virtual assistance from a master technician today.
Hi, this is Kevin with RVFix. Today I was going to be going over with you changing screens. The one we're looking at today, it is on a sliding track that our screen just slides in there, a plastic track on the top and the bottom. So if this was our damaged screen, we're just going to want to slightly flex this screen and get it to pop out of that track just like that. The screen's going to come up and out of there. Now if this was our damaged piece of screen, what we're going to do is get into our gimp. That's this small rubber cordage that actually holds the screen in place all around there. And we're going to just pull this out. Now if your screens are older and this breaks or damaged, most screening kits you get, this one is just a roll of screen. But a lot of the screening kits will actually come with the screen with different sizes of gimp and the roller tool with them to put it back in there as well. You can find links to all this stuff in the description. So, like I said, we just get this gimp out of here. And it is going to go around the whole frame. And this stuff will stretch as you pull it out and put it back in if you use the original piece. So I'll show you when we put our new one back in here. A lot of the times you'll end up actually trimming a little bit of excess off of this. That is normal. All right, now that we have that gimp off, we just remove the damaged screen off of the window. Okay, so once you got your old screen pulled off there, your gimp and everything out, we're just going to take our roll of screen. And the easiest way you're going to be able to do this is just take your screen and we're going to set it across here. And we will just trim off our excess after getting this new screen laid into there. So we're just going to set it up. Then we're going to take our gimp and just get started putting this back in using our roller tool. And you're just going to want to find a starting spot. Usually a corner is usually how it's done. We just find a nice corner to start to push this guy down into. You'll just kind of want to hold it in place with your fingers. And then take your roller tool and give it a good push. And like that, we'll just get that front edge started. And then once that is started for you, then we just kind of start tracing it down along the screen. You're going to want to be pushing nice and firm to get that gimp set into there. You'll just want to kind of be firm and slow, because the more you put the gimp in here, the tighter the screen's going to pull. So you don't want to have mishaps of, you know, the screen rips pretty easy. If you slip off of there, you can put a hole through it. And I mean, if you do, you just start over. But and like I said, the edges can be a little bit difficult. Just kind of slow, firm pressure pushing down into there. If you do have those really tight spots, like I said, this side without the groove, you can kind of come back through here and use this or even a flat blade screwdriver just to help you push that down in those really tight spots. Our roller's a little wide in there, so. And as you go further, your screen will look a little crooked in there. Like I said, as you start to force it in there with the gimp, it will straighten out for you. So if you start to come out when you're getting towards the end and you do notice you might have shifted, the screen's a little uneven, the actual frame itself, so sometimes you get a little bit wobbly trying to get that in there. If you start coming out with, you know, like I said, too much crookedness, you can always just pull your gimp back out and kind of reset yourself. This is going to move around, like I said, as you're doing this. Try to start from this back edge, see if we can keep it a little bit straighter on there. So I am still a little bit not as stretched as I'd like to be. So what I'm going to do is just I'm going to leave this front edge in here and just pull up and see how much of this slack I can get out of there without having to take the whole thing back out. So a lot of the times on some of these shapes, it is a lot easier if you have somebody kind of helping you stretch the screen fabric as you're going along. It'll just help you get rid of a lot of the wrinkles, or if it starts sucking in too much from one side or the other. So, all right, so once you got your gimp all the way back in there, like I said, a lot of the times, whether you're reusing it or even a new piece, as you lay that gimp in there, it will stretch. And a lot of the times you will end up with just that little bit of extra hanging off the end of it. We're just going to trim that little bit of extra off so that it fits in here nice and flush. And it does go around that corner just a little bit right there. You find the edge and you just want to chop it off, that little bit of extra. Alright, then once the gimp is completely in there, the last part will be trimming your excess screen. You'll be using a razor knife as the easiest way to cut it, so you just want to be nice and slow as you cut around that excess to get it off of there. And the easiest way to do this is to go on the outside edge of your gimp, and you're just going to take your razor knife and just run it right over top of that gimp at a little bit of an angle going down. It also helps to have a nice sharp razor blade, not using an old dull one. It makes you have to push harder to get through it. You don't want to rush it, just nice slow, cut it right around that edge. And I'm just trimming this out so I can rotate this guy a little bit easier as I finish trimming the rest of this. And our last little bit is just right in that corner. Once you got your new screen on there nice and tight, then we'll just put this guy back in place. So most of these screens, it's going to be a lot easier if you get the top edge in there first with this slider style screen, so that everything you're working with is on the bottom edge. It's more available to you. You can see what you're doing. So we just get that top edge in there. And kind of the same way we got it out, we're just going to slightly get it started by just flexing the screen into there. And once you got it back on your track, it'll just slide back and forth like that.
Thanks for watching. If this video didn't solve your problem, don't worry, we're here to help. Give us a call at 1-844-66-RVFix. We'll diagnose your issue quickly with a master technician on a video call, get any parts and warranty processed, and if needed, we'll coordinate a service center or mobile technician to get you fixed. We'll handle it all so you can get back to camping.